don't have a good enough understanding of the entire situation to say what implication this vote will have. My guess is that it might give direction, but again, our focus has been on trying to beat Atlanta on Sunday. That's the real focus for us.
How do you think your team has handled this distraction over the last 10 months?
Well, I think we've talked about it a number of times, and all we're trying to do is keep what's in our control, and that's our performance, that's our effort in training, that's our teamwork, our camaraderie. That's all we're trying to do. And in terms of that, I think they've done an excellent job. It's been, as any season is, you have challenges, you have ups and downs, you have injuries, you have suspensions, you have whatever. And these guys have done a great job of just staying focused and trying to improve every day.
Because regardless of what happens today, you're supposed to tee it up on Sunday, right?
Exactly.
Much like the OSU thing, they're going to play a game regardless of who's the coach. So in that sense, you're gearing up for the playoffs, right?
In that sense, we're trying to end the regular season in a strong way. We know momentum goes a long way in the playoffs, and we're trying to keep getting better and focus on what we can do this year. And we've been consistent in that message. The guys know that there's a lot we can't control, and we just put that out of our minds.
Would you expect to hear from management later today on how this played out?
I think it's a public enough decision that we'll get word of what happened, and I'm sure we'll get some more detail later on in the day.
For as much as you like to control what you can control,
yeah.
When there is something that's out of your hands that is so large and sort of overarching, has that been challenging to deal with? Just that it's not something you can deal with, but it kind of impacts everything?
I know where you're going with it, and I understand that to a certain extent, but I'd also say that the overarching goal every year by players and staff is performance. So, because guess what? If we don't perform, we're not here.
Right.
And that's even greater than a sense of moving or relocation or staying. We have to perform for our jobs. So, that's big enough that I think that trumps most situations. The fact that we're in the performance business, we're only as good as our last game, and we need to perform every single day to maintain this position.
And that's fair that's a different viewpoint than what a fan would have.
Exactly.
Because the fan would be more concerned about the overarching picture,
Exactly.
but they're not actually on the field.
Well, the major difference is that the fans will be there, right? They
Right.
can choose to be there or not. We can't choose.
And what has it meant, the fan support that you have had as you've gone through this season?
It's been amazing, and I think I've talked about the deep feeling we have for the supporters and for the fans and everything they're going through, and it's different than what we're going through. And I think we talked about that. And for the people that show up every day or every game and are cheering us on, and we go after to the Nordeck and they're cheering, it really touches me, and I get almost emotional every time I go to that corner, because I think that a lot of this wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for the fans.